Hey y'all, Rajah with the ruler back with another one, literally, because I just filmed one and now let's get into it again. So we're gonna get into some things that people ask me all the time. All right. I get so many questions about how I got my YouTube to take off the way that it did so fast. I was able to monetize my YouTube account in 15 days. Yes, a week and a day. 15. I don't know if that's a record. Probably not. But it's impressive nonetheless. Whether it's a record or not, honey, listen, your girl did a thing. All right. So let's get into it. I have people ask me, so let's talk about it. All right. All right. So first off, y'all know my story. Y'all know where I come from. A big part about taking off on any social media platform, I feel, now I am not an expert. I can only tell you about my experience and how your girl got there. Okay. My biggest advice is you gotta have some content people want to hear about. Like, something interesting, even if it's just you. Like, we're all interested in our own way. Everybody has that little thing that people love about you. My advice would be to ask probably like 5 people that know you, if you were to post content, what do they think it'll be about? Ask them, if I was to start a YouTube channel or if I was to start taking TikTok and social media seriously, what would you expect for me to post about? And if they say, oh, I would expect for you to post about, giving people advice or comedy videos because you're funny, or, you know what I'm saying, you always shopping in the stuff you buy off Amazon, like the stuff you put in your house, or like what makes you do it. It's all kinds of stuff. Or if you're a great parent, it might be like, oh, I would expect for you to film about, being a parent. If you're a single parent, whatever the case may be, if you're a parent by default like me, I don't even film about that, but I'm a parent by default. I am a parent, but I am not a mother because I do have my niece. That would be something interesting. If I made a channel just talking about that, I'm sure y'all would be interested in that because, honey, there's a lot of ups and downs. So my first advice would be to figure out what about you is interesting, because we all have it. Nobody is just like, even if you think you are, there are millions of people that would love to hear about your life. No matter what it is. I don't care if you into collecting golf clubs. It is somebody else out there who love golf clubs too. So just figure out what it is about you that's interesting that people want to hear about, and that's what you do. So for me, as y'all know, I've been in prison. I did 8.5 years off a 10-year sentence. I think one of the biggest things about the content that I produce is when you hear about prison, you don't think about a female. So you mainly think about men going to prison and being convicted felons. So this little face right here, hearing it come out of this little mouth, people are like, girl, what? You went to prison? Like, you don't look like you went to prison, honey. It is a lot of women that don't look like they've been to prison. Okay? You may think it's a look, but it's not. I'm talking about there's some baddies, there's some young, old, in the middle, like there's some crippled, there's some people who walk fine, like all kinds. There's some scammers, there's some innocent people, there's some people doing fraud. I'm talking about it's all. There's murderers, like everything is in there. It's not a look. But that is one of the things that I think made my channel take off, because it was something that people really didn't know too much about. You have people out there, you have a few females out there that are posting content about what they went through being locked up, but it's not a slew of them like it is men. So that was my niche, and that's how I got in. I posted a video on TikTok like a year and some change ago about how hard it was for me to find housing, and that video was like legit me just venting to TikTok, because I literally had like maybe 30 followers when I posted that video. It was just me talking to TikTok. I use TikTok all the time, and I never posted anything. I would just get on there and scroll for entertainment. And when I posted that video, it blew up. Like, I posted the video, I was on my lunch break, went back to work, came back home, showered and everything, and I was like, let me get back on TikTok. And I seen at the bottom it had 99 plus. I've never seen that on my TikTok, so I'm like, what? So I click on it, and I was at like 27,000 views. That was a million. You couldn't tell me that wasn't viral for me when I was used to getting like 5 views on my videos. And it just kept going. I think that video is at it's over 1 million views, but I think it's more than 1 million, over 1 million views now. But that's what did it, and I was still building a life, so I let that train die. I did not, people was asking me questions about being locked up and everything, but I had a life to live. I had a life to build. So I did not stop to think about creating content and posting on TikTok or nowhere else. So I kept on about my merry way. And then I posted another video to the Kodak sound, "Get 'em Black," get them black. I posted another video to that one because I was just feeling it. And that one blew up. And I had so many people, like, what was different from that video blowing up and the first one? I had so many people reaching out to me. Like, I'm talking about people who had like substantial followers and stuff, and like it was like, listen, you need to do more. Like, your story is very interesting. Like, people want to know stuff like that. Like, can't you see the numbers that your video is doing? So they was like, you need to do something. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start me a YouTube channel, because they was like, that's where the funds is at. All right. I don't know about other platforms, but listen, baby, YouTube is doing their thing. Okay. They was like, that's where the funds is at. And they was showing me like how much money they was making. It was like, I made like $25,000 a month off YouTube. I was like, off of posting videos. Started my YouTube channel, and thank God for them, because they walked me through the whole monetization situation and how to get monetized, because it is very confusing. If you don't have somebody who's already done it, explain it to you. Okay. It is not a walk in the park. It is not easy. So I was able to monetize in 15 days. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and then you have to have at least 4,000 watch hours. And I got that in 15 days. Nobody but God, honey, because I was not promoting my YouTube. It's not like I was like posting it everywhere, telling everybody about it. I think my first video that I posted back September 7th, I sent it to like a few people I was okay with, you know, texting like, hey, check out my video. I'm sure they did not take it out. Like, but that's it. I was not posting it. I was not promoting it or anything, because I really didn't take it serious. I'm like, maybe it worked for him, but you know, like, ain't nobody finna pay attention to my stories. But for whatever reason, it just started doing numbers, and all I had was my little intro video, and it just started doing numbers. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I posted another video, and it kept doing numbers. And I was just like, it's crazy. You just have to be you. Like, find out your thing that makes you, because people are interested in that, and you just post your content. Like, the reason I blew up like that is because, honey, I guess people just want to know what goes on in women prisons. Like, that's the only excuse I got. That is literally the only thing that happens. I know for me, I was like worrying about making my videos like, you know, perfect, trying to find out the best lighting, like how should I say it, how should I set it up. You know, I was so worried about posting perfect content, and thank God for the person that mentored me and was like, just post it. You know, you'll get better as you go. Your first couple videos, they probably gonna be horrible, like, to you, but people will still interact with it. And it's like, just throw it out there, because the more you throw it out there, the better you're gonna get each time you post another video. Because when you go back and watch them and you cringe and like, ooh, you know, maybe I shouldn't wear my hair like that, or maybe I shouldn't talk like that, or maybe I should stop saying this so much. You know, it helps you in the long run, because I learn stuff from every video that I post. But if you are thinking about getting into creating content and making it like, you know, the thing that you do, number one, I recommend investing in a tripod. Like, that's the one thing you probably need out of everything, because it ain't nothing like a stable camera. See how stable my camera is? So if I was like holding it or I had it propped up, it would be crazy. In my first couple of videos, I propped my phone up, and first up, they was up and down. They was like, you need to turn your camera to the side. And I was like, oh. Because on TikTok, you know, you film with it up, but YouTube, you turn it to the side. So I was like, oh. And then I started tilting it to the side, but it was like down, so everybody was like looking up at me. So I had people in my comments like, oh, you should prop your phone up better, it makes it look like you're looking down on us and stuff like that. So also pay attention to the people in your comments, because you have people who will just throw shade. Even your haters will give you some good advice, because I done had some people be real nasty in my comments, but the stuff they said, I was like, they do got a point now. You know what I'm saying? And don't try to be so politically correct. You can only be you, okay? Like, you can only be you. And there are plenty of people who are successful from being themselves, like uncut. It's not clean. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not all cookie cutter, and they're still flourishing. So don't try to be perfect. Just be you, because there are going to be people who interact with you. And if you try to get on camera and be somebody else, honey, they gonna find out. Get on here trying to be somebody else, baby. Just be you, okay? A lot of people resonate with me, because when I post my videos, I'm always giving like my life lessons, and I try to give encouragement and stuff. That's just my personality. That's just not me. Oh, that's my personality. Like, I try to encourage people and uplift them, and I just use experiences and stuff that I've been through and tell people my side of the story, you know? And then I try to give them words of encouragement. So if you are thinking about doing it, baby, what do you have to lose? Like, what do you have to lose? Some of my videos do numbers, and then some of them don't. Like, I literally got a video that got like 600,000 views, and then another one that got like 5,000 views. I mean, I don't know what be going on, but you just keep posting content. And don't just be throwing stuff out there. Like, even though I say just post, don't just be throwing like any kind of content out, okay? Think enough about your subscribers, the people who support you, the people who are engaging with you. Think enough about them to at least give your content your all. Now, I'm not talking about editing wise and equipment wise. I'm just talking about the you aspect of your videos, you know? And just be you. But that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all have the merriest Christmas ever. I did take some pictures, so check them out on Instagram. Until next time, y'all be easy.